Okay, for the law of sines and cosines, let's draw the triangle out so we can determine what we're going to use, law of sines or law of cosines. So we will draw an oblique triangle. Not right is oblique, so we have an A, B, C. Now across from big A is going to be little a, across from big B, and little c across from big C. Okay, so find angle A. This is what we're looking for. Given that A is 10, little a is 10, so this is 10, B is 16, and C is 14. So these are the lengths of the sides. So since we have all three sides, that's side, 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 we have we're going to use law of cosines. So since we're looking for A, we have to use the equation little a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of A. Okay, so we'll just substitute in. We're looking for an angle A. So A squared is 10 because 10 is across from A. So 10 squared equals 16 squared plus 14 squared minus 2 times B, which is 16, times C, which is 14, times the cosine of A. So be careful when you do order of operations, so we'll just type this in. We'll get 100 equals, and then you can just do 16 squared plus 14 squared right in your calculator, and that's 452. So 452, and then minus, this is only one subtraction sign or negative sign, so this will all become negative. So in your calculator, just put 2 times 16 times 14, and you get 448 times the cosine of A. So to do this, now we cannot subtract this. This is all connected by multiplication. So you have to get rid of the 452 first. Do that by subtracting it to the other side. That will give us negative 352 equals negative 448 times the cosine of angle A. We want to isolate the cosine of A, so we will divide both sides by negative 448. So this will end up being 352 divided by 448 equals the cosine of angle A. Notice that the two negatives turn into a positive because when you divide two negatives, they turn into a positive. Now to get A isolated by itself, you have to undo the cosine function. The inverse of the cosine function undoes the cosine. So we will take the inverse cosine of both sides. That will eliminate this cosine, and this will become cosine inverse, and that's gone then. So A, you can just type in your calculator the inverse cosine of 352 over 448, and that will give us the measure of angle A, which is inverse cosine of 352 divided by 448, 38.2. So this is 38.2 degrees. Okay, in number 2, we have to again draw the triangle so we can determine what law we want to use, sine or cosine. So we'll just do A, B, and C. Angle A is 52, so we put that there. And angle B, because it's capital B, is 43 degrees, and it's a degree. B, across from big B, is 71. Find side A, so A is what we're looking for. So since we have two angles and a side opposite one of the angles, we're going to use the law of sines. So this law says the sine of the angle divided by the side across from the angle is equal to a sine of an angle divided by the side across from it. So the sine of angle A is 52. Sine of 52 over A is what we're looking for, is equal to the sine of B, which is 43, over 71, which is the side across from that angle. This is just a proportion. We're going to multiply, cross multiply, set them equal, and solve. So we have a times the sine of 43 is equal to 71 times the sine of 52. So to get a by itself, 71 times the sine of 52 divided by sine of 43. So we can just enter that right into the calculator. 71 times the sine of 52 equals, and then we're going to divide that by the sine of 43. So this is 82.0. So side A is 82.0. And number 3, find the missing side. So we either have to use law of sines or cosines. So we have two sides and an angle in between them. That's the side angle side. So we can use the law of cosines for this situation because we need two angles to use the law of sines. So we don't have that. So we're going to use law of cosines. So let's figure out what we're looking for here. And I'm going to run out of time, so I'm just going to end it here and I'll start the next video with this problem.